turn it a little sideways so we can see it. See what's going on. Are we live yet? We are live. We are live. Reeling and chilling. What's going on, my friend? Kentucky Catman. What's going on, guys? I can see you. I can see it now in chat over here. Last week, you didn't want to show up on the chat. Did not want to show up for some reason. Avid Fisherman, appreciate you coming in, guys. Team, keeping it real. What's going on, Richard? Give me a holler tonight after the show or in the morning if you don't mind, Richard. I need to get up with you, buddy. Appreciate all of you coming in on this day. Been a long day for me. I'm sure it's been quite a long day for y'all. Got a little bit of information after the first initial part of the show. What's up, Jordan Lear? Outdoors. Appreciate you coming in. That's a new name, guys. Check him out. Y'all remember, share the love. There's James Dockery in the house. George Cunningham. Joe Buck's in the house. There's a little bit of delay in this side over here, so if you see me looking back and forth, I got my tablet over here. Justin Fishing Fetish is in the house. Wampus Cat's in the house. We got a fair amount of people already coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you coming in, guys. Let's go ahead and start this out by saying God bless America. And today is a day of remembrance. Tonight's show is going to be pretty much all about that. Hopefully Chunky Cats will have time to come in. Elstan will have time to come into the show later. He's got ball practice. His boys got ball practice, so he'll be running a little bit late. We got some stuff to discuss about Saturday night. I'll be doing a live Saturday night starting at 8 o'clock. Chunky will be on there. Elstan will be on there live, him and Cookie, fishing in a tournament. But hopefully he can come in here later and we'll discuss a little bit more about what's going on then. Justin Fishing Fishes. There's Tracy, Mr. Lightning Bugs himself. How's it going, guys? I want to, PD's in the house. I want to start this show being kind of somber because of what today is. We had over 3,000 people lose their lives on this day in 2001. So there was so I want to dedicate this show to them and to all the fallen soldiers, men and women that lost their lives ever since then, fighting tyranny and terrorism. Check out my shirt the wife got me. It's pretty neat. Wear my pin that the honor guard give us. Make sure that we remember all those that sacrificed it all. That being said, on this day in 2001, 18 years ago, it was 8 paramedics, 60 police officers, 343 firefighters, and 2,997 civilians lost their lives on that day. Please, guys, that's why I try to encourage each and every one of you to fly the flag at home, on your boats, on your vehicle. You don't have to fly a big old giant flag on your truck or whatever. Just make sure that we show all of those veterans that's out there now that's been through war, that might not even seen war. Just they signed up during peacetime. But think about it, 18 years old, signing that, having to sign your life insurance policies, having to sign a will, make out your will at 18 years old or a little bit older, depends on how old you were when you signed up. That's not knowing that you might get called at any time. So I want to thank each and every one of you that's on here that are that are veterans. It means the world to us and each and every one of us. We lost a lot of military since then, a lot. And they fought. They fought for what's right and what's true. Yep. With that being said, I want to start out each show with a little bit of word from our Constitution to remind each and every one of us we need to know it, we need to learn it, and we need to keep it in our heart and make sure that nobody's taking advantage of the freedoms that we do have. Yes, the freedom was paid in blood. It's being paid every day in blood. We're losing soldiers every day, not just to war, but to the war inside their own heads and their own bodies. Some of them giving up because they feel that America's give up on them. We got to change that. We have got to change that. What's up, Tiger Muskie? Big C, appreciate y'all coming in. But with those words, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with a certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Guys, I thank you for supporting. What's up, Lyle? Appreciate you coming in. I thank y'all for supporting my channel, and I appreciate your patience on me putting out videos and stuff like that. And on some of my live feeds where things don't go just right. Lyle had an episode Monday night with things that don't go just right. It's something that happens. Appreciate that, Lyle. Yes, hit the thumbs up, guys. Share. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time up here tonight because our air conditioning is broke up here in the building, and it is a sweat box up here. But I'm going to spend some time with you and try to give Elstan time to get in here. Yeah, I just want to share some things with you from the Constitution every week to kind of remind us of what got us here, how we got here, so that we don't forget. I got a couple videos, guys, that I'm working on, getting ready to go up. Glenn's in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Glenn. Let me cut this daggum phone off or it'll start dinging. And Chunky Cat did not send me his email. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to make sure in case he comes in, I can bring him into the show. Yeah, I got a couple videos where I went fishing, done a little bit of fishing, didn't do real well, but I did catch a few fish. Them videos are getting ready to go up. And I had some questions I was going to ask y'all. Chunky Cats won another giveaway. What's up, DMV? Would not surprise me. Guys, excuse me, I done hit something on my leg and cut my leg wide open and didn't even feel it. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what I hit. I just cut my leg wide open. Yeah, he'll send me his email address as soon as I can. There's Maurice in the house. What's going on, Maurice? Yeah, I was wanting to ask y'all guys. I keep bringing up the wheel. I do want to. Yeah, Lyle, my old legs are numb, and I cannot feel things when I hit my leg. And there must have been old splinter or something out there on that daggum deck, and I come up through here and knocked the crap out of it, and I didn't feel it dig into my legs just then where I felt blood running down my leg. Oh, PD's cutting grass. Yeah, you got to wait till it's about dark or get up when it's daylight to start cutting your grass or put some headlights on your lawnmower 1. The heat been rough. But what's up, John, finally? Yeah, Chunky Cats is DC Metro Angler. I don't know if any of y'all are subscribed to him or not. He holds a tournament ever so often up there for the guys fishing off the bank. And they've got a tournament coming up Saturday night. And Chunky Cats and Cookie going to be fishing in it. And he called me and wanted to know if I wanted to do a live show Saturday night and bring him in. And I said, well, sure. Something different. You won't be able to see the other guys that's fishing in that tournament with him. It's up there in D.C., all I know, Richard. They fishing, I think it's the Potomac they fish at. Junior Proctor's in the house. All of us bank fishing, though. But Elstan he's got a few things that he wants to talk about. But I figured I'd clue y'all in on some of the stuff in case he does not get to come in. I think I got that stop bleeding for right now. Sorry about that, guys. I run off and left a piece of paper. I had my questions on down at the house, and I'm not running back down to the house. Yeah, Richard, I talked to him, and they the first one they had was I hear you, Justin. The first one they had was they had a 5-fish limit, and Elstan was kind of upset because they lost a few fish and a couple of the trophy fish, well, he said was in pretty bad shape when they released them, and it upset a few people. And I told him, I said, you need to talk to him and get him to drop the stringer level number of fish down to 2, maybe 3 at most. I said, it's tough to keep them fish alive this time of year, especially if you don't have a boat with a recirculating water live well. I hear you, Dustin. Yeah, he's hoping to, Elstan's hoping to put some good fish on the bank by his live. There's Catfish Stalkers in the house. Appreciate you coming in. He sent me his email. Throw it up a second. Yeah, he's watching his son practice. Sorry about that. Oh, Chunky Cats he's in the house. He's watching. He'll let me know. Possum Kingdom hardcore. I hear you guys. Yes, exactly right. And that's one of the rules that they did go with, is that the fish had to be released alive. He put up a video. DC did. He put up a video explaining a lot of that. Okay, he said he's ready. Let me change this screen up and do an invite. Excuse me just a second, guys. Copy. All right, L. Stan, I sent it to your email, buddy. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Did I miss anybody? There's Andy Pitts in the house. Pill and Drag, what's going on, guy? Appreciate you coming in. We're going to get Pillin in here one day. He might have to sneak off and do it while he's at work, but we dang sure we're going to get him on the show. I got a list of a few guys that I'm going to be giving a call for starting next week. I'll be bringing people back into the show. Appreciate you coming in, DMV, buddy. I do. I appreciate you coming in. Take care of that young and make sure you do spend time and read them stories to her. They grow up fast. They grow up real fast on you. Now, Stan, I sent you the link. Hopefully he can figure out all he got to do is click on it. I didn't get to do a trial run with him today. Jimmy Woodard's in the house. But I've got a few things. Uh-oh. Is he coming in? I think he's trying. Elstan, you're going to have to make sure you got your mic and your camera turned on. I forgot to tell you that. I got you. We're going to be talking about that too. What's up, Bill of Rights? I hear you, PD. Yep, perfect time to wear it, buddy. I was at Fort Bragg on 9/11. I hear you. JT's in the house. Appreciate you coming in, JT. Let me click on this right here. Well, there's Stan. What's going on, guys?
It's going awesome. So this isn't Cookie. This is Mason.
For some reason I cannot hear you much.
You cannot hear me. Okay, let me disconnect. Hold on. Can you hear us now?
I can't hardly hear you. Guys, can y'all hear him? Hello, can y'all
hear us?
I can barely hear you on my side. It might be. Let me turn up my volume. It's probably my volume, Elstan. Hold up just a second.
Okay.
It's probably that's my volume. There we go.
Can you hear us now?
I had it turned down earlier. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna connect my external mic, see if that helps or not. Let's see if it doesn't.
Right. Oh, you good? I was in the house working on stuff and I had the volume turned down.
Okay.
As long as we don't get an echo, everything's good.
Nice.
Sometimes we get an echo back and forth if something's turned up. A lot of times you have to wear headphones to keep from getting that echo.
So I heard that you have no AC where you're at right now. So I turned up my AC, so it's hot here too.
Yes. Let me turn it up just a little bit more. There we go. Guys, are y'all hearing him okay? Somebody said barely.
Uh-oh. So I'm talking as close as I can into the mic.
Right.
Better?
Yeah, I can hear you because I got my volume turned almost all the way up.
Okay, so I can't see chat here. We talked about that.
Right, yeah. Sure. Yeah, you can't see the chat unless you use another device. That's why I usually recommend somebody to have another device tied in at the same time. Justin Fish and Fetish said they can't hear you, and some people said they can hear you.
All right, let me take off this mic, see if it's any better. Did that help at all?
It's about the same.
Same thing on your end?
Yeah, about the same.
Okay.
Kentucky said Cookie looked like he shrunk.
Cookie shrunk.
Hey, Mason. So there's Trey Cunningham in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Trey. We got a house full tonight. We got Kentucky, Trey, Richard, keeping it real fishing, PD, Junior Proctor, Glenn, Justin Fishing Fetish, Catfish Stalker, Catawba Backwoods. We got a bunch of guys in here tonight.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
A lot of guys. I appreciate you coming in with us. So you got a tournament you're gonna be doing Saturday night, right?
Yes. I'm gonna be. I'm not hosting it, but I'll be fishing a tournament. It's in Washington D.C. It's a catfish tournament from the bank, and yes, it's from 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. So it's a nighttime tournament. It's gonna be the first time we do a nighttime catfish tournament.
I want to talk.
It's gonna be hard with Mason here with me.
That's kids, buddy.
My wife's at school right now. She's taking college night courses, so I'm babysitting Mason right now. So yeah, we'll be doing our first Washington D.C. nighttime catfish tournament, and it's gonna be a good one because we're starting to catch some big catfish.
Sound like a winner. So I'm gonna come on live at what, 8 o'clock?
Yeah, whenever you're ready, we'll do the 8 o'clock from 8 until whenever. And
Right.
We have a special announcement. Have you been following me? We're gonna be giving away one catfish on your show, Patriot. I'll be giving away a Whisker Seeker, a catfish rod, at any point. So I guess you have to be in the chat, chatting, and I guess at a certain point you'll pick a winner. And I think we talked about giving them possibly maybe a minute to claim the prize. So you need to be in the chat to claim that prize.
What he's talking about, everybody, is when he says be in the chat, that's to be active in the chat. Not just to speak up and say, hey, one time, but to be active, be corresponding with everybody in chat so that we keeping this chat active. Your name will be picked, and you have 60 seconds to respond to claim your prize. After that 60 seconds is up, if no one claims the prize when we call the name, then we move on and we roll again.
That is
in the house.
That is correct. So while I'll be live on your show, if we catch a trophy-sized catfish, so here we have lots of blues.
Right.
And in our area, anything 30 pounds or over is considered a trophy-sized catfish. If we catch a 30-pound catfish while we're a guest on your show live, we will give away a second catfish rod.
Okay. You hear that, guys? So you got a chance to win 2 rods. Now, if you win one, you ain't gonna win the second one. We ain't gonna make sure we don't pull your name twice. But everybody's gonna have a chance to win a rod. And Elstan, what I'll do is I'll actually make up a 4-pack of my catfish bobbers to give away also during this show.
Yes, that's totally amazing. And I will be giving away one other rod, but that one is that you have to be in the tournament itself.
Gotcha.
Anyone who enters a DC tournament, it's a free raffle. I'll be giving away up to 3 rods that night. One here for anyone who enters, and then hopefully we can give away up to 2 rods during your live feed.
So guys, make sure when we come on live, you share this. You share the live feed Saturday night. Let's get as many people in there. Let's expose this. These guys are doing a good thing. We have a lot of bank fishermen in here, and they could do the same thing. Get up a tournament. Get a bunch of people together. Do your homework. Find a location where you can have a good number of people on the bank and host a tournament. Absolutely. Find out, make sure it's okay with the grounds, a good public landing. We have a few good landings where it can host, a fair number of people. You couldn't host 100 people, but, if you get 20 people, 25 people, that's a good amount of people in there. We have a few landings that we could do that.
So right now, the tournament is for sure. At least we're up to 31 people that are going to take place. They'll be taking place in the tournament. So it's going to be a good turnout. It's Washington D.C. It's Haynes Point Park. So those who are not in the area, if you want to just kind of Google that Haynes Point Park, or some people call it East Potomac Park.
Right.
That's where it's going to be taking place at the tournament itself.
So you're going to be fishing on the Potomac?
That is correct, Potomac River, and there'll be some big catfish. Those who follow me, I was doing a live feed this past Friday, and I caught a 22-pound catfish, and I also caught a 40-pounder. So that 40-pounder.
I missed the 40. I seen the 22.
You were there for the 22.
Yep.
But there's some big ones, and right now, for some reason, I guess this time of year, those blues are fighting extremely well. I know in the past, a blue will hit with like freight train, and he'll somewhat kind of give up, and then once you get him towards the bank, they'll fight again.
Right.
But the ones I caught last week, I mean, they fought the whole way through. It was an awesome. It was some really good fighting catfish.
I love them. Catfish Bill's in the house. Irvin's in the house. Mark Turner's in the house. Guys, don't forget to share and hit the thumbs up for both of these. Y'all check out and share the love on each other. We got some new faces in the house tonight, and they got by me in chat. So, guys, if you're new on here and I missed your name when it come by in chat, I do apologize. But I do want to welcome you to this channel of Patriot Catfishers of America. Thank you for coming in. Now, you're going to put Cookie to work out there, ain't you?
Cookie's going to be my teammate. So if you fish alone, you can fish up 3 rods, DC long. But if you want to make a team, you're allowed 1 extra rod. So he'll be there Saturday night.
There you go.
Yeah. So up to 3 rods for 3 rods, 1 person, and if you're a team, you're allowed that 1 extra rod, 4 rods.
Okay.
And, yeah. We also I spoke to Tracy from Lightning Bugs, and
he's in chat tonight.
What's that again?
He's in chat tonight.
He's in chat. Yes.
Yes.
I spoke to him today on the phone. First time I spoke to him on the phone. I had contacted him through email in the past, but fantastic person, and
yes.
I'll be using his product, and he'll also be giving away a few 4-packs during the live stream.
All right, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll give Tracy a call tonight. I mean tomorrow, not tonight, but tomorrow, and we'll work out a few things how he wants to do the giveaway in there.
Okay.
So, guys, we're gonna have quite a few giveaways on this show, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I hope to see Cookie get him a big one. So let's do a little tackle talk. Let's what kind of rods and reels and line and hooks and stuff do you use?
Well, I'll be honest. I'll use any kind of hook. But lately, what I've been using are the Whisker Seeker triple threads.
Okay.
In the past, I have been using Gamakatsu, the J hook with an offset. But I'll be honest. I even caught 30-pound catfish on bass hooks. We did a Walmart challenge, and they didn't have catfish hooks at the Walmart I was doing the buy, and but let me just take Mason inside the house. Hold on, I'll be right back.
So, guys, look forward to seeing y'all come in and chat that night, supporting L. Stan and his adventures with Cookie. I think it's going to be fun. It's something different, and I'd like to do more of this, guys. If y'all do, having something like this going on, that you're out fishing and you want to do a live show one night, please give me a holler. We'll set it up and get it done. How you doing, Mr. Bill? 66. Mark Turner's in the house. Hey, I love mono. Braids I hate, but I love my mono. But Elstan will be back in a little bit. But guys, I appreciate each and every one of you coming in here. I like my Andy line. When I changed over and went to that Andy, that's some amazing line. It feels like it's gonna be stiff as the board, but trust me, guys, that stuff it casts like a rocket. Oh, there's Cookie. He's back.
Cookie grew.
Yeah, he grew.
Squeeze in. So, it seems like in the past 8 months or so, I've been going to suspending my baits, and I started to use spooks. I like the spook idea.
Can I interrupt you 1 second?
Go right ahead.
Lena said, give away a Whisker Luma Glow dark grips. Are you talking about Saturday night or tonight, Lena? Lena, let me know. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Stan. If it got past me, I'd forget it, and I better grab it.
So you had talked about hooks.
Right.
Right. Lately, we've been using Demon Dragon setup. Demon Dragon.
Right.
I do have a few Demon Dragons left, but lately, this past weekend, I was using Whisker Seeker Chubs, and it's the same thing. Demon Dragon Spook. It's just different brands.
Right.
The total river that I saw that we fish on, it's the channel side, and it has a tide, but doesn't have a lot of strong current. Now, if you go to the riverside, yes, you will have the current, but I always fish the man-made channel side, which is really, really big and wide. And I just want to suspend my bait off the ground.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so you really think that they make a difference in the bite? Or do you think they make a difference once the catfish bite the bait?
Here's the thing. I'll be honest. When I started this, I had been seeing the dragons for maybe about a year or 2 years since the last conference, not this conference, the conference before. And I never thought that I would be suspending my bait. But I'll tell you one thing. Once you start to suspend your bait, it's hard to stop. I had always used a Carolina rig, and it had done really well for us. It had done outstanding for us. But it was last year we were having record-breaking rainfalls, and catfishing got really tough. So I got desperate, and I started to suspend my bait. And ever since I started doing that, I stuck with it. I just like it. You can use.
Yes, I use a lot of the styrofoam bobbers, the styrofoam floats, and I use the Whisker Seekers line rattles or the line rattles. And a lot of times, if I got bigger baits, I will double up those floats so I get more suspension off of them. Because I noticed some of the demon dragons, unless you get the big demon dragons, if you're using big baits, it's barely getting it up off the bottom. And it really depends on how far you want it off the bottom. If you got fish that are really suspended 4 or 5 foot off the bottom, then you might want to go with a double peg float to give you that extra flotation to get it up off the bottom.
You're exactly right, Patriot. We had done a live feed about a little over a month ago, and you can go pretty expensive with these dragons. It depends what brand you want to go with, but you can go pretty cheap. You have these packs that you can pick up at a big box store or even cheaper at Walmart. Yes. And in my case, it would probably do just about the same thing. I mean, you can pay anywhere from about 30 cents for a float or, for a chub.
Yes.
Up to $8. So it just depends on what truck you want to go.
Dana McGill's in the house. We got Pond River Boys is in the house. Sunfish is in the house. Yeah, I mean, and the line rattles, I don't know, you use the line rattles also, don't you?
Yes.
The little bitty line rattles?
I have in the past, yes.
They're loud too. Yes. Them little rascals actually, and they'll spin in a little bit of a current where you're talking about you got a little bit of a current. Yes. They will give you that spinning action, so you get that vibration also. You don't get just the rattle, you get the vibration of that spinning in the water.
That is correct. Yes.
So you get two for the price of one with it.
Yeah.
Murray said he used wine floats.
Line floats, yes. I did like me. Remember we did the video about talking about demon dragons. Tackle talk. We did our first tackle talk, and we talked about demon dragons. Do they work? Yes, they do. But there's also other alternatives. What you just talked about. You can go and get some cheaper ones, a float, and the little rattles you're talking about. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like demon dragons, but I've got 6 of them in the bottom of Lake Wiley, still down there. And
see, that's when it starts to hurt.
Yes. Lake Wiley will take your tackle real quick and don't mind doing it. you know, and you think it was suspended up enough that you wouldn't hang up. But hey, especially I like dragging baits. So when you start dragging baits, it's inevitable. You're going to get hung up. So, now if I'm going to anchor fish in a little bit of a current, then yes, I'll tie a demon dragon on or one of the lookalikes. Now I've got some of the fake demon dragons, but I will say, guys, the fake, do not suspend the bait as good as the demon dragons, as the real demon dragons, and they are not as loud a rattle as the real demon dragons. With that being said, they've got one rattle inside of them. But now that does get a lot of bites. I paint mine black. I like my stuff black down there with that bait, simply because the water's dingy in Lake Wiley. And I don't know how clear it gets up there where you were at. But if you think about it, a black cast a shadow.
Okay. Yeah.
And a lighter color, you will get lost. Even the chartreuse, like you got it behind you. At 5 foot, you'll lose that color. But at 5 foot, you might see a shadow because a shadow actually gets bigger the further away it gets.
Yes. Yeah.
So you casting a shadow, plus they getting to hear it and feel it through their lateral lines. Something you might want to think about. Make you up some black ones.
You're exactly right. But like I said, these right here are the ones that did really well this past week, a 40-pounder. So I'm going to go straight to that one right there.
Daggum right. Daggum right. Can't blame you there. Maurice, I'm glad you okay. Been out of the hospital for about 2 months, and I hope they get you straightened out like you need to be, buddy. I really do. Now,
you
go ahead.
I had asked the question, what line do we use? Do you want to talk about what fish line we use?
We use monofilament.
Monofilament. That's what we use. Mono.
No braid because
braid. We tried it. We're not saying that we won't try it again, but I tried it a couple of years ago.
Right.
And I can understand the bass fisherman. I just didn't like the feeling when I was bringing it in to rebait. You can feel every single little rock and pebble on the bottom, and when I was reeling it in, you can feel a twitch right in my arm. It was just twitching. It just the model for me works well.
Right.
Yes, baby. Hey. We have Mason back. I'm going to show you Mason's back. He just had ice cream. Look at him. Come here and see. He has ice cream all over him.
Oh, you got more on your face than you did in your belly.
That's okay. He can come here. He's all right. Come here. Sit down. Sorry, patron.
Oh, you fine, man.
Your mom's not around.
Well, hey, you introducing these guys to fishing, you keeping them active, they're learning about it. That's the future of fishing right there. And if we had to put up a little bit of squilling or whatever, so be it. That's just kids. They're growing up, and I appreciate what you're doing with the boys. Keeping them outside, letting them hook into them catfish and feeling the thrill. And plus, you teaching them the thrill of defeat, too. When they lose a fish, that's just part of fishing, and that's really part of life.
Yes.
I love it.
I love it, too. So one thing I've been working on, it's kind of set to the side. I'll probably show it to you Saturday night, is an actual live well. I am trying to. I bought a pump where I'll be able to pump water up into a big plastic container, and always be bringing the water into the live well. If we catch a big fish, I want to make sure it is kept healthy, strong. And then after the weigh-in, it is released. That's something that's very, very important to me and the host who's doing the tournament. I'll be honest, it hadn't been like that a couple of years ago. I had in another catfish tournament run by a different host, and I was very, very disappointed after the weigh-in. Some fish were turning in a very, very bad condition, and they were trophy-sized catfish.
yes, he
does. And that's just not going to happen this time.
Right. Yeah. I watched that video where you posted up where he was talking about he knocked it down to 3 fish. I appreciate that as an angler, that he's trying to step up and ensure that these fish are kept healthy and released alive. Tightwad's in the house tonight. I hadn't seen you in here, Tightwad. Appreciate you coming back in, guy. Good family guy. Appreciate him coming in. Now, you use Whisker Seeker rods also, don't you?
You know, I'll be honest. Whisker Seeker, I do use a lot of the rods, but that's not the only rod that I use. I have some ugly stick catfish rods, and I also have one Cascade Cat Tech rod, and they all work really, really well. But when it comes down to when a tournament and the title's on the line, you know, if we can claim first place, I'm gonna try to use, you know, my better rods.
Right. Well, they want to see the setup you got in the background.
All right. Let me see, baby. This is a very small studio when you were in here.
That was mine.
Yes, baby. Hold on.
That's mine.
Yes.
It's a foot.
Yes, baby.
It does.
All right, hold this. Give me some more. All right, so this is the exact setup that I caught the 40-pound fish, and you know it. Where's the camera? Here's the camera. It's a no-roll sinker, 4-ounce bead. Oh, sorry about that. Bead. I like to use the Whisker Seeker bead. Does it make any difference? Absolutely not. It's big and it's bright orange. That's swivel, any swivel. And then I'm gonna say about 18 inches of leader. And then we have the Whisker Seeker chub. Now there's more. If you want to, we can get into Whisker Seeker. If you want to hear the truth about a clip, I'll get to the clip in here in just a second. Here's the camera, and then the hook. I'll show you the hook that we're using.
Right.
Like I said, I think that's a Whisker Seeker hook. I'm not even sure. Go ahead and reel that up a little bit.
I rolled it.
Now. This is a different. Go ahead, just lay it up against the door. Now, I had an issue with Whisker Seeker. This is another type of their setup.
Right.
It's a float. It's the same thing, but instead of a chub, it's the float. Now, here's the thing. I know that Rig Wrap. Well, we'll talk about Rig Wrap if you don't mind. They're going to be coming up with a new clip right here. This clip here has failed me twice, and I told Lyle, I let Lyle a message after I heard they're going to be coming up with a new clip. I said, I'll be the first to try it because this clip has failed me. What I do now is I wrap this clip with duct tape. Really nice and tight.
Oh,
because the fish will turn. They'll turn. And I brought them in. I've been live once. It happened to me once live. But yeah, that's a weak point.
So what did you do? Twist the hook out of the clip itself?
Yes, just somehow that catfish, as you're bringing them in, he'll just twist somehow, and I'll end up bringing in just this piece right here without the clip or without the hook. It's happened both ways to me.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I didn't want to make a video on it because one time I made a video about the line.
Right.
I just didn't want to double whammy them. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Those who are watching, you know, it's a small audience probably here. Be careful when you use these clips. What I do is I wrap them with duct tape really, really nice and tight.
Well, and you know, I appreciate you bringing that stuff up. That's stuff that it's the little stuff like that help each one of us anglers to look out for. You know, yes. I don't have any of those clips, but somebody else might.
Here we go. Let me give you that. Hold this cookie. This is wrapped with black duct tape.
Right
there. That I will not fish if it's not wrapped.
Use that Gorilla duct tape.
I think
that's waterproof. Gorilla duct tape's waterproof, so that's the name of the game.
Yes.
So what reels do you have on those rods right there?
I'm sorry, say it again.
What reels do you have on those rods?
Oh, you know what? They are cheap Chinese bait bait runners. Cookie, can you say the name right here?
Yoshikawa.
You pronounce it loud.
Yoshikawa.
Yoshikawa. They're on Amazon.
Right.
They're cheap, very, very affordable, and I have had zero issues with them.
They got bait runners on them.
Bait, yes. The click here.
Right.
Here, you have it here, and then of course you have your double.
Right.
But yes,
You fighting drag up front.
absolutely. Yep.
There you
And
go.
yeah.
Guys, that's an affordable reel for those who like spinning reels and stuff like that. There you go. Trust me, L-Stands put them through a workout. I guarantee you that.
I've had them for over 2 years. Are they ready to be replaced? Yes, coming soon. Yes, they need to be replaced. They've had a lot of
But
pressure.
you wouldn't be scared to catch a 30, 40-pound fish on it right now, though, would you?
Absolutely not. I'll be using those for the tournament. I'm going to leave them on. I'm just going to make sure all my knots are good. That's to be the same setup I'll be using.
Right. Junior said to take them clips off and put rings on.
Rings. Okay. Oh, I guess the old ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to use the ring.
I need to get the special pliers to be able
Right.
It'll be easier that way. I don't have those
Right.
pliers.
Yeah, because they tough on the fingernails, especially if you don't have no fingernails, getting them things open. Yeah, ring pliers. Lowe's sells them. Home Depot sells them.
There you go.
Most of the auto parts places probably sell them.
That's a good idea.
So, what size? I mean, you throw pretty long rods when you're out there, don't you? Or your rod 7.5 foot, or just
7.5 foot, guys? Can y'all please? 7.5 foot fishing rods. That's what I use.
Okay.
Now, I do have one of Whisker Seeker's bigger rods, which is the 9.5 foot. I will be giving one of those away.
Okay.
So I have. Guys, can y'all please? I'm live on TV, okay? I'll be giving away 2 7.5 foot Whisker Seekers and 1 9.5 foot. They're all heavy action. They're not medium heavy. I'll be honest, I prefer the medium over the heavy.
Gotcha.
But if you ask me what is my favorite length of rod, people cringe when I say this. It's 7 foot. I just love a 7 foot rod.
It seems like you got a little bit more control with that shorter rod. Even though you might sacrifice being off the bank, you might sacrifice a little bit of distance. You still, I'm like you. I feel you got more control. Now the rods I've got, I'm throwing 9 footers, and they're off the boat, and I really don't need nothing that long. But I also do a lot of bank fishing also. So I wanted that extra length because a couple spots I go, I know if I have that extra length, I can hit that river channel.
Yes.
With my 7.5 foot, I come short. So with that extra 1.5 foot, 2 foot on the rod, I can actually feel it drop off into that channel, and I know it'll be right on the channel edge. And I pull some good fish off like that.
And I'll be honest, you hit the nail right on the head, because I've had better luck when I cast as far as I can. As far as I can, I've always said I've never really had really good luck casting midways. So in a sense, I kind of need that bigger rod, but I just like that 7.
Right.
7.5 is the biggest I feel comfortable using. 7.5.
Now, have you ever just took and pitched your dadgum bait about 4 foot off the bank?
I have never done that.
Well, let me tell you, my last good fishing trip, you seen my video, them fish was coming about 5 foot off the bank in about 2 to 3 foot of water.
Wow.
And a lot of guys on here that'll tell you, a lot of bank fishermen are throwing past some real good fish. And,
wow.
You know, especially you fishing at night. Are the lights there shining onto the water any at night?
Not nearby, because I'm on the park side. Now, if you go to the other side of the channel, which is a pretty wide channel, there's a lot of restaurants, hotels. Yes, there's light shining on the other side, the opposite side.
Right. Because,
yes,
you know, they will come up into shallows and feed. Now, I don't know what the depth is of that channel all the way across. Does it stay pretty much the same all the way across? But I'm sure they come through and dredge it for boats or barges to come through there, don't they?
I don't know if they dredge it, but I know that the app is pretty accurate. The app that tells you the depths It's not flat. It has some deeper sections.
Okay.
I noticed that the deeper sections usually do a little bit better. You want to go inside? Go inside.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know. You said it was a man-made channel.
It is.
And I figured sooner or later it's filled in and it's going to have its valleys and its lows and highs. I just didn't know how flat it stayed, if it stayed flat all the way across or not.
Not 100% flat. I mean, it does have its deep sections. One good thing about the channel side, I rarely ever get hung up.
Gotcha.
I don't lose a lot of tackle.
I know.
A lot of people said they use 10 foots, 11 foots. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
Somebody had a question.
I said that before, and they tell me they use some ultra long rods. Yes, I know people like that. 10, even 11, 12 footers. I couldn't.
That's kind of an awkward throwing rod, ain't it?
It's an art. If you can get it out there,
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes. Somebody had a question. I missed it. It got past me. Sorry about that. I'm trying to look for a question. It done got past me somewhere. But yeah, I mean, you said you have a boat, right?
I do have a boat. I have, let's see, it's a 1648. So that means it's 16 feet long by 48 inches across. It's a Grizzly Tracker.
Right.
I bought that at Bass Pro Shop, and then I didn't put a motor on. I put an electric motor. It was dedicated to a special to fish at, and we did that for a while. And then I took it. I wanted an outboard motor, so I took it back to Bass Pro Shop. Had to put me a 9.9 horsepower on there, and I didn't want to steer, with my hand sticking back here, so they put me a little side console. It comes in a kind of an army green. I sanded it down. And I painted it white, put graphics on it, so it looks pretty nice, believe it or not. But it hasn't touched water in over 5 or 6 years. Really? It has not. You'll be surprised. I want to do a video just showing that, just me cleaning up and washing it. That motor probably has less than 2 hours on it.
Well, it's hard on a motor to be setting. Yeah, and if you run it out of fuel before you parked it?
I did. Yeah, I used that. I forget that oil that you run through it.
Yeah.
Where it starts to smoke. Yeah.
Okay. Chunky. Oh, they're wanting to know: are you going to be able to make it down to the YouTube tournament?
I sure hope so. I don't know if I have my priorities set straight, but I definitely want to make I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way. I have to make the Catfish Conference. That's number one. And then number two is, of course, the YouTube tournament.
Right.
How close are those together? I forget the.
Usually the Catfish Conference is in February, and my tournament is April the 10th, I think. The 10th and 11th.
They're a couple of months apart. So I might get lucky and do. I definitely would love to do both. Absolutely. I
mean, if you have to fly down, we'll pick you up. We'll pick you up at the airport. That's totally up to you. We want to see you come down. I know last year you was really wanting to make it. This year, keep saying last year, it was actually this year. But so yeah, and I mean, we're gonna make sure that we got plenty of boats. And guys, if you're a bank fisherman and you want to come fish this tournament, you make it here. And one good thing about it, though, Elstan, is that we're gonna be putting out at South Point Boat Landing on Lake Wiley. Well, the month of April, guess what? I just about be done sitting on that bank right down there at South Point Boat Landing as I had to be on a boat. That is a killer spot in April for catching fish off the bank.
That's amazing.
Killer.
Amazing.
There's spots that you can hit that channel by throwing 30 foot off of the bank. 40 foot of water, you can put baits off in it. Yeah. But that time of year, you might want to be pitching it right over there in 4 foot of water. So,
right nearby.
Yeah, right nearby. So, because that's my home waters, and I love that area right there. So, guys, I mean, y'all bank fishermen that do want to come fish this tournament, y'all got some decisions to make. Do you want to bank fish, or do you want to see if we can get you on a boat? We'll make sure we get you one of the two. I promise you that.
Fantastic.
But guys, I appreciate you coming in, El Stan. 8 o'clock Saturday night, guys. Make sure you look it up. Now, you're going to go live before that and kind of announce everything, right, on your channel.
Yeah, I'll go live maybe an hour into the tournament. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get off my live stream. If you want to win some rods, you know, join Catfish, Patriot Catfishers of America. I'll be live on your show.
Right.
And that's where we're planning to give away those 2 rods.
Right. Okay. Got a question about the tournament. The tournament is actually April the 11th. I think I announced that it was the 10th. I will be putting out probably by the end of this month a lot of the information about it. I try not to put it out too early. I'll keep putting up reminders here and there, adding to some of the requirements for the tournament. But it is April the 11th, and we're going to hold a captain's meeting the 10th, the night before. That way we can get photographs and stuff, because hopefully everybody that was at the first tournament will make it to the second tournament so we can get a photograph. We did not get a photo of everybody in that. And I really want that. I hate I didn't get it. Once everybody comes in, you know, when you start weighing in, the actual, what we got to worry about is the life of the fish. Guys was tired. They was tired. It was cold. It was spitting snow, rain, sleet. These guys was freezing. They was ready to hit the road, go home or whatever. And I totally understand that. That's why this time I'm going to try to do the captain's meeting the night before. Then we'll be kicking off at 6:30, 7 o'clock that morning. And we'll fish till 3. But there'll be a lot more stuff coming out. And make sure, guys, if you bring in a boat, you better put Old Glory on it, because if you're not flying an Old Glory, you're going to be fishing, but you won't be fishing in my tournament. As simple as that. Simple as that. Nice Old Glory ain't flying, you ain't riding. But guys, El Stan, Cookie, Mason, I appreciate y'all coming in tonight. We look forward to Saturday night. Hey, Mason. We look forward to Saturday night with y'all at 8 o'clock. Y'all check out his channel, El Stan's channel. If you're not subscribed to it, make sure you subscribe and hit the thumbs up and like. What's up, Scotty Hill? Make sure you check him out before 8 o'clock Saturday night. He'll be going live. Make sure you hit the notification bell on his channel so you get alerts for upcoming videos, and it does a lot of live feeds. So look him up. El Stan, I appreciate you coming in, guy. Look forward. I'll give you a holler before Saturday night, and we might do another test run like we're doing right here. You might want to go out there to where you're going to be setting up. Let's do a test run to make sure that this will go fine.
Okay.
We don't want you to get you out there and you ain't nothing but a blur because you ain't got a good signal.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
So, with that being said, God bless America. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for coming in the show. And we'll see y'all Saturday night with Chunky Cats and Cookie. That being said, good night, guys. Take care. Good night. In broadcast.